How has climate change affected your life? How can citizens participate in addressing the effects of climate change? Or rather, how can the government ensure that the effects of climate change are effectively addressed so that citizens' livelihoods are not adversely affected? There has been a drought that has been ravaging Kenya and the Eastern African region for a number of months now, and in some cases, a number of years. This pattern has become cyclical in recent years, and we can expect that after every 3 to 5 years, that there will be a cycle of drought that will seriously disrupt the livelihoods of the citizens of this region. Livestock will be lost, crops will fail, and citizens will be unable to feed themselves, as the case might be. This pattern has been repeating itself for a number of years, but its severity has been increasing. The question then that comes to mind is, how can we as a people address the issue of climate change? The first thing to do is to make sure that citizens understand what climate change is all about. To make sure that citizens understand why these patterns have become more prevalent, why seasons are no longer predictable, why diseases that were once only prevalent in certain parts of this country that were considered too cold for some of the diseases and the vectors that carry those diseases are now changing. For example, malaria being found in places that it was not previously present. Citizens have to understand how this has affected them. And as a matter of fact, there is no better time than this for citizens to be explained what climate change is all about, what causes it, and how it can be mitigated, or the effects of climate change can be mitigated. The call upon our leadership, our think tanks, is to help citizens understand how they can help address the issue of climate change. The effects of climate change are there for all citizens to see. The connection, however, between what they see and climate change may not be so obvious to many of them. And this is the time to take advantage of this catastrophe that we are going through to make sure that citizens understand what they are facing. Scientists say that this severity is going to continue. The effects of climate change are going to continue. We can expect that after a cycle or a stretch of dry weather patterns, that we will have floods in a cyclical manner. It therefore means that we have to find ways of preparing our citizens to be able to deal with the dry season, as well as the floods that would come after the dry season. This way, we make sure that the livelihoods of our citizens can be secured using smart agriculture and other approaches that enable our people to sustain their livelihoods for the long term.